Hey Kimberbellas, Cristin here. It's time to start on our inner borders for Boo-levard. So all we need is our black with little white dots fabric, and we need 2 strips that are 1.5 by 38.5. If you have yours longer, I would do it a couple inches longer if possible. I think mine's right about 38, so I don't think I'll be making mine any bigger. But anyway, we're gonna do the quilting, and so it may, pull a little bit. But I haven't started mine yet, so I don't have a whole lot of information yet. But I'll do pictures as I go, as usual. And I'm gonna back it with fusible mesh stabilizer, and I'm gonna put in my batting and do all the usual, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hey Kimberbellas, Cristin here, If you're all caught up with the tutorials we've been doing, then you should have, let's see if I can show you this. You should have your inner border sewn onto your blocks. And so the next step is the outer borders. So one thing I wanted to point out is I did mine a little differently than I'm going to suggest to you because I wasn't really paying attention as well as I should have been. So I cut all of my blocks. There's 9 different fabrics. You need 2 of each. I think it was 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 if I recall correctly, but I'll put that in the directions. So anyway, what I did is I backed all of them with SF101, and also, by the way, there's 4 pieces on the ends, and I cut those a little bit longer. I added 1 inch, I believe, just so that there's some give, you know, when we do the quilting. But one thing that I would do differently is I would sew them all together and then put fusible mesh or SF101 on the back of those rather than each one individually. I just wasn't paying attention. But I would recommend doing it that way. That's my suggestion. Do what works for you. So we're going to start by sewing those together, and then the process for quilting is exactly the same as we did for the inner borders. I'll still do a photo tutorial, but it's literally the same thing, and I'm using that Halloween 1 borders, so it'll be really cute. Don't forget your batting. Again, cut that when you have your whole strip of them done. That's about it. So I'll provide more information as I work along on it.